everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to be talking about the shared ripoff that just came out. For the shared ripoff, if you don't know how to do a shared ripoff, if you don't know what it is, you pretty much do a regular spawn, and then at the very end of the spawn, after you spawn the gear and stuff, you'll be getting one of these prizes right here. They'll pop up like a little slot machine lemon thingy. It'll twist and turn, and then it'll pop out some prizes. It will give you as much prizes as you have spawned. So if you spawn 30, it will give you 30 prizes. If you spawn 10, it will give you 10 prizes. If you spawn 5, it will give you 5 prizes. And if you spawn 1, it will give you 1 prizes. Also, if you do the keys as well, it's going to just give you, I think, just the 10 and 5. So with that being said, there are ways you can increase your rates. For this spawn is a free-to-play friendly spawn, but this is one of the lesser ones. This is a high risk, high reward type spawn. You could have between the worst rates in the game of any spawn, or you can have some of the best rates. Not definitely the best, because that special spawn took the cake. That special spawn, all hands down, has some of the best rates. Or you could, this is one of the top ones too, but I'm not going to say it's the best because of the special spawn. And here are the ways you could do so. The first way you could do so is make sure you know your lucky number. I usually would never have spawned this if I knew about this in the first place. Lucky number is the number you had the lowest. It's the lowest number, but the most successful number you have obtained at least more than once in box spawns. And not just any box spawns, I'm talking about box spawns that at least have feature prizes of 5,000, not 5,000, but 500 or more, and they have a summoning scroll inside them, unlike this one. I mean, you can go for the monster too, as long as there's one. Let me try to reset it for you guys, show you. If they have a featured prize like this, if they have more than 500, not 5,000, I almost said it again, left. That is a good box spawn to do. Write down your lowest but lucky number, your most successful but lowest number. And if you get the same number at least twice, or in between, or near, experiment, try out until you get your lucky number, then come back to the spawn and try it out. That's what I would recommend doing. My lucky number is at 170, and not all the time, but almost each and every time I always get at least 1. I've only gotten multiple feature prizes once. Other than that, I've gotten the feature prize, the first or second prize on my first try. Almost always. There has been, I think, 1 or 2 times out of 5 times doing these that I haven't gotten the first or second feature prize on my first try or second try. And I spawned at 170. There are people who have spawned till 97. There are people who have spawned till 50. There are people who have spawned till 90. There are people who have spawned to the actual number 7 that I know of, because they told me in the comments below, or they messaged me themselves, and they still didn't get the prize. And I was thinking to myself, how does that work? But then again, there is one trick. Well, there's 2 other tricks I use besides trying to spawn low, is try to spawn at my lucky number and trying to spawn as much as I can. So keep that in mind. I would recommend lurking at your lucky number. It is tied to your account data. It's tied to your account seeding, RNG, whatever you want to call it. That's why I would look for your lucky number. That's why I would search and experiment for it. I've already done mine more, I think 3 times. I was checking to see if it's the most successful. I was checking to see if it works, and it worked for me. So that's where I am at. That's how I do it, and that's why I'm getting pretty much this stuff on my first try most of the time. Not all the time. I cannot guarantee this will work for you. I can never guarantee this stuff will work for you, but I can tell you it would increase your rates dramatically, and you probably will get what you're actually trying to go for, but at least featured prize 3, probably usually featured prize 2. I'm not gonna lie, because I've gotten more feature prize the second feature prize than the first feature prize, but I have gotten the first feature prize 2 out of 5 of my spawns as well, so there's that. Anyways, let's go on to this. I don't want to make this video as long as possible. The next trick I use to make sure my rates are as high as possible is I spawn as much as I can in one spawn. So if there's a 30 spawn, I'm going to choose the 30 over 10, because I'm pretty sure you guys have noticed this, especially those of you that are whales, or those of you that spawn multiple times. If you spawn multiple times in a small window of time, you start to see less SSRs, less SRs, you start seeing more rares than anything. It is not coincidental. It's actually a formula A team has actually put on their spawns. So this is actually regulated, and this is actually natural. It is not bad luck. It is not a glitch or anything. This is actually something A team actually has on their spawns. So make sure, if you can, try to do the most that you can at once. That's why I would go for the 30 spawn. I never have done this spawn without doing the 30 spawn on my first try. I've at least done the 30 spawn on my first try each and every time I've done this spawn. I've never done 10, I've never done 5, I've never done the 1. There have been people who've done 5, there have been people who've done 10 who told me that they got the summoning scroll and some of the stuff on their first try, but that's not me. That's not how I'm gonna roll, because I know my luck's extremely bad. So I want to increase it using any parameters, any corners, any edges, anything I can do to increase my rates, because I know if I don't do that stuff, my luck will be utter garbage, like complete trash. Without all the stuff that I actually learned throughout my failures of actually spawning, I wouldn't be sitting here talking about my videos, and I definitely wouldn't have the quote-unquote luck that you guys seen before. Alrighty, so let me get on to the rewards before it gets too long again. Alrighty, so for the rewards, the spawn is pretty nice. The sucky thing about the spawn is, sure, they don't have a lot of left. I think they start off at like 1,500, but they don't have a lot of the featured prizes in here in the first place. So it's going to be hard to obtain the featured prizes in the first place. The featured prizes are going to usually have lower rates than they would in usually any other spawn by default, because they don't offer much. Usually they offer, I think, 8 for the second, and then like 4 for the first, or 2 for the first, depending if it's a summoning scroll or if it's something else. If it's something else, it usually might be 4. If it's a summoning scroll, it'll be 2, but usually the second prize has around 6 to 8. This one is 4 to, I believe, 2, so there's not a lot in here. So the rates, it's going to be harder to get, and the rates will be lower to actually obtain this stuff. But if you manage to obtain it, on the flip side, you're pretty much guaranteed to get something good either way. If you get this ticket right here, the gray ticket, you're guaranteed one of these monsters up top. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. You're guaranteed one of these 33 costs. There is no RNG after the RNG. You only have to deal with it once. After you deal with it once, just spawn your ticket and you're going to get one of these guaranteed. As for the purple ticket itself, the purple ticket is pretty nice as well, even though A-Team did a little, you know, throw some crappy stuff in, throw some stuff in that's really unnecessary. The only thing they really threw in that's unnecessary as heck is they have the Stellar Gods here. Stellar Gods are the only thing that's below 32 costs in here. And then they have Mercury's Holy Night Crystal, and then Behemoth Star Howler. And those are literally probably the only decent, well, Mercury's pretty good 32 costs, but Behemoth's probably the only crappy, or not crappy, but decent, or pretty good, but not very good 32 costs in here. Other than that, everything else is 32 and 33. Stellar Gods are the only 29s, and that's literally it for the low cost monsters in this spawn for the purple ticket. So that right there is pretty cool that they actually did that. They're not much RNG that you actually have to screw with to actually make it to actually spawn this, to actually get something good. So that is really, really awesome. As for the other ticket that I'm trying to find right here, I cannot find the ticket right here. The defense slash SSR weapon slash defense guarantee ticket. I don't see it anywhere in here, so I don't think I can talk about this in this video. I think it's right here. This is what they offer. I wouldn't recommend going after it, because a lot of the stuff, sure, some of the stuff can be helpful, but for the most part, this stuff will not be helpful at all. And as for the treasure exchange, or the metal exchange, I meant to say, the SSR guarantee ticket pretty much guarantees an SSR guarantee ticket. It's going to have random SSRs in there, and you're more likely to get 21, 22, 23 costs. You can get 25, you can't get 26, you can't get 27, it's possible, but you're likely to get 25 or lower costs. The more lower the cost, the more likely you are to get it. It's a random SSR guarantee ticket. Nothing exclusive about it. It offers the same stuff that you would find in the free or video point spawn pretty much. So there's nothing exclusive about it at all. And then there's the SSR or higher guarantee ticket. As for the SR or higher guarantee ticket, cross out the higher. It does not exist. You can ask any veteran player who's actually ticket spawned. When it comes to the SR tickets, A-Team literally rigged them to the point where we don't even believe in the higher. We just see it as an SR ticket, because that's literally all it is. That's literally all it spawns is SRs. So don't even worry about that. As for the rest of the stuff, I guess the premium eggs, if you manage to get the medals, the premium eggs can help. Droplets of ether or awakening aura pieces. Other than that, this really doesn't have much in the medals. Overall, this is a high risk, high reward spawn. If you want to take the risk, you could get the stuff on your first try. Definitely you can get the stuff on your first try. It's very possible, but this is a risk reward spawn. So if you're not comfortable, if you know your luck's already bad as it is, and you don't have decent rates on a default spawn that gives you really good rates and all that stuff, or if you're not comfortable, you don't have enough money, not money, but gems or money, depending on your situation, depending if you're free to play or pay to win, or you just don't care, or anything like that, anything that might hold you back from taking the chances, don't worry about the spawn. There will be spawns that guarantee stuff later on, so you don't have to deal with this if you don't want to. But as for the people that want to, go ahead. Again, it is a free to play friendly spawn, but it is a risk reward spawn. It's possible to get the stuff, but it's also possible not to get the stuff at the same time. With that being said, I hope this helped out, and I will see you in the next video. This is the AzureWrath, and I'm out. Peace.